This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kaelan Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Michael McDermott, hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And on the couch this time.
Yeah, we're on the couch now. We're taking it to a place of relaxation.
Yes, it's very authentic,
Yeah.
very relatable.
Yeah, relatable content. Just us gals
Mm-hmm.
sitting back on the couch.
I assume that's what people are doing at home listening to this.
Yeah.
We're just one of the gals.
Glass of wine.
How are you?
So good.
Mm.
Back to back today.
Mm.
Just knocked out a little Housewives episode and now,
Mm-hmm.
switching gears to talk Aussie Survivor.
And thoughts on this season overall?
Well, there's more queer content in this show than the Housewives, which never thought I'd say.
That's sad, but great.
It's so good.
Mm.
I feel like every time you come on, it's a good week
Yes.
for discussion.
Yes. And I'd like to say that I choose it, but no, we tend to just slot me in weeks in advance. Sorry?
Sorry?
But
What do we do?
So there's no choice behind it. It's really just
It's
like,
random.
yeah, whatever
It's
dates.
Divine intervention.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Traitors is finished. I know you were
Yes.
watching along.
Yes.
What did you think of the ending and the 4 fucking winners?
So I agree with the tone of that question. That it was a great season.
Yeah.
I think any time the Faithfuls win, it's a shit ending.
Agreed, because I'm firmly Team Traitor. I don't care who they are. Actually, Danielle was the only person that could make, and Boston Rob, could make me not be Team Traitor.
But the thing is, it's like the game we're only on season 3. Like the game hasn't evolved enough where a faithful win is like that interesting yet.
It's a game now.
Yes. Yes. Well, at least not yet. But I think when we get more seasons, they're gonna make changes. When Faithfuls win, it's not gonna be like someone like Dolores who just fell asleep for 12 weeks and then woke up at the end with 20 grand or whatever. Like they're gonna.
How good was it the reunion when Andy was like, Dolores voted 8 out of 10 times wrong? I was like, thanks, Andy.
It made me so angry because I was like, yeah, there's something wrong then if like she's so bad at the game and then wins.
It's a bit broken.
Exactly. So I think they're going to fix that. But otherwise,
Also,
a
faithful can never win on their own, no?
Correct.
So but a traitor can win on their own.
Yes.
So therefore, being selected as a traitor, you're getting double the money if you win, and it's probably a bit easier.
Well, I would say the early game is a lot easier because obviously you can just murder everyone.
Yeah.
But then the final, the
True,
end
gets
game
hard.
is very
End game is
tricky.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Brittany, girl.
Oh, that was so sad. She seemed like I believe.
Yeah, I
her
thought
that
she was.
wanted
Yeah,
Danielle at the end.
But she fucked it hard by being so defensive at that last round table, I believe.
Yes, it does. I think we've seen traitors towards the end.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for them to become believable all of a sudden.
Yeah, and she did the same thing that every other traitor did that whole season, where they were like, "Well, yo, I think you're a traitor," and it's like, okay,
yeah. And Gabby just being like, "That's traitor on traitor crime."
Gabby,
so good,
Gabby. Yeah. Have you heard her podcast?
I've heard clips of it on TikTok, which is enough and amazing.
It's so good.
Is it just her rambling?
Yeah, I think she thinks the mic is not on because she's talking about her pussy a lot.
So there's
the
no
shape
structure.
of it, the size. Oh no, there's
right.
She's just yeah, I've got really long labia.
Oh, okay.
And other random shit. Okay. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's so one of those later in life lesbians that's just that's her personality now.
I mean, happy for her. That was me.
Great.
Yeah. Also at 18.
When you came out as a lesbian. That's not late in life.
Yeah. Well, as in it became my identity and it was all I could talk about.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But really happy for her.
Oh, it's great.
She's such good TV.
Yeah. She got married.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes.
To Robbie.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she made great TV. It was good.
She played the game. She took it seriously, which I think is what made such good TV. She's when you can have that balance of just amazing character as well as actually taking the game seriously. You get you get the Gabbies, you get the Shonnies. I think that's what Logan thinks
Oh my
she
God,
is.
a Gabby, Shawnee
Imagine.
situation. Chuck Parv in there. That's making me want to be a lesbian.
We're halfway there.
What? Hang on, what?
I don't know. I was hoping there would be no follow-up.
You're like, that outfit?
That Australians, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, now
I
that you
could be a
mention it.
lesbian in this.
So Australian Survivor.
Yeah. What of it? Speak on it. Go.
I've actually got nothing to say, so I'm going to head out.
Yeah, cool. Like, yeah, JLP was there.
Well, to be honest, actually, this is probably not a great way to start the podcast, but this is the least prepared
Great.
for one of your pods that I've ever been. Oh, is that good?
That's
is
what
it?
I like. Yeah, I like
okay, so the last ones have been
unlike my
shit.
bottoms, I like my guests unprepared.
Well, in that case, well, I'm happy to tell you I have very few notes.
Great.
Yeah.
No, because that's my job. You know,
Okay.
I'm a real bussy bitch on this pod.
Yes.
I take the
I've
notes
gathered.
around here.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I also can't. Okay, so
Yeah.
all cards on the table. Jesus. So I finished the episode 5 minutes before I walked into your apartment.
Oh,
on my
really?
phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Great. Because I was
Fresh.
I was out last night, and like literally, when else am I going to be watching it?
Where were you at last night?
Oh, I was just at a play. Nothing crazy.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
You made it sound like you were
Out in the
on
town.
the floor.
No. I just didn't have time. So that's the latest episode. Fresh.
Yep.
First two, fuck knows. So I'm hoping.
So that middle one,
diligent notes.
the Monday night episode, I
Yes.
watched at a watch party, the Johnny Fairplay,
Yes.
the annual Johnny Fairplay watch party.
Oh my God, yes. How was it?
It was cute. It wasn't as like packed out as last year. Last year
Okay.
they had George
Wait,
as well.
you went to the Johnny Fairplay show last year too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
It's
really happy
research.
for you. Yeah.
No, last year was more fun. People were kind of getting on it. This was a smaller crowd. All the girlies were there. You had your Noons, your Logan,
Laura?
your Laura. Yep. Witchy Woo was there.
Yeah.
Karen.
Is she witchy woo?
They all
real
looked
life?
so hot. They all had like
Really?
straightened their hair and put on like
Oh,
so much
cute.
makeup.
For all the fans.
Yeah. I guess as well because we see them on screen without any makeup on as well. So when you see them out in real life, it's like early US Survivor when they had the reunion right after the final tribal and it was like whiplash.
Yes.
Like they were all covered in mud and it's like cut to them all looking like prostitutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the All Stars lips that they've
Yeah, the All-Star
they've all got
slips.
them. Yeah.
It was like that in real life.
Yeah.
Hot Dad PD was there.
Oh, yes?
So I got to watch himself get voted off.
How was that?
Yeah, interesting.
Uh-huh. Well, did he seem sad?
Everyone was like, "Oh, PD, mate."
Well, lucky
he
I
seemed
wasn't there 'cause I
fine.
was thrilled about
Yeah, I mean,
that.
same.
Yeah.
That was my favorite episode this week. Miles's big move.
Miles' big move. Yeah.
Miles is the show.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
AJ wants to be the show, and it's like, honey, no.
I mean, I knew that Miles was going to be a big character because he released his own merch line. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, well,
Pole dancing
he's
rats.
clearly not like, going out at the swap, and releasing
Oh,
merch.
true. I don't know.
He's mid-merge at least. You don't release merch unless you're like
Yeah,
top
true.
7.
But he's so excited about being on the show, so
I mean, I would be too. Good
yeah,
for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who else was there?
So Kaz was there.
Yeah,
Mm.
Kaz is a queen, friend of the podcast.
Love.
She looked so hot.
Good
And
episode.
she even
for
acknowledged it.
Kaz.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm hot now. Deal with it." And I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Oh, I love that.
yeah." The praying mantis was there, Kent, buying
scary.
tequila shots for PD and being like, "Yeah, get on it." I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
crowns that way, buddy."
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, well, he was like, he's very crown.
Very, very crown. God.
I'm sure that's where they ended up.
Yeah.
They were getting on it. I'm like, it's
Really?
Monday night.
It's Monday.
I like snuck out of there after the episode.
Are they all from Melbourne? Is that where they were there?
Yeah, I think that crew, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were the Melbourne girlies, which checks out.
Mm.
So I think Miles is in Sid.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, perhaps. I don't know. I'm so glad AJ wasn't there because I'm like, I don't want to have to like talk to him.
So when I found out he was straight, it actually made me...
Oh, really?
Do you not know this?
He's aggressively straight.
Oh, okay.
You thought he was our team?
So I thought he was gay after like 20 seconds of content.
Oh, okay. Actually, I get it because he's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of...
He's a little bit lispy.
Anyway. But then now that I, like, every time I see him, for some reason... Oh, no, it was when he was talking to Kate, DJ
We're
Kate.
going to get so into that. Don't you worry. The eyes shit.
Yeah, it made me actually physically sick. It was so
disgusting.
So gross. Anyway, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
No,
let's
fine.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Let's fucking do
Look at
it.
me bossing you around.
Yeah. Who's
You're lucky I don't have notes.
I know. All right. Episode 13 was called Vengeance. How good is Logan?
She's, yes. Well, yes.
I love, she's like, I came to Survivor. I want to fucking make a move.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, let me pick who we're voting out. I would be her on the show.
So like zero strategic acumen and no social game. Just be like, I want it.
I fucking want to make a move.
Why is everyone just not doing what I say? I don't get it.
It's everything.
Yeah.
This is why, don't put me in like a position of power because I'll be her.
Sensing it.
No, but she's so good.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's great TV. One of the like standout characters.
She doesn't want to be a number.
Yeah.
She wants to be the main character.
How good is this like merge jury? Well, I'm sorry, I'm kind of head, but like the jury.
Yeah.
Now,
everyone that's there should be there. Yeah.
Yes.
We're not getting any jury duds.
No, if I had to pick like from ep 1 of like, okay, pick half the cast that had to be in the top half, this is exactly who I would pick to a T.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Which has made a little bit of a lackluster first half because it's just like there's a lot of shit people we're kind of getting through.
You're right. We did cull kind of all the duds.
Yeah, but like dud after dud. I mean, Noons was kind of fun, but like, you know, everyone else.
Yeah, I would like Noons to still be around. But she milked it with that Miss Vanjie exit.
Yes, she was good. I liked it. But yes, no, she made some mistakes. Anyway, I feel like shit players who are making mistakes are being punished by being sent home, which I always appreciate.
Yep. All right. The episode starts, no fucking around. It's merge, baby. They start straight away with the merge. And they start with the reward challenge for the best prize of the season, a cocktail party for the girls. Yeah. So we love this. And I love that our resident fag, Paulie, just he actually could not physically contain the excitement for a cocktail.
I feel like a cocktail would not be like going down well when you're starving and exhausted.
Like
Am I wrong?
Some blue carousel and like a creamy.
Oh
no!
Some wet pussy shots. $5.
They should have had. There was a missed opportunity here. JLP should have been a topless bartender. Then I would have squealed for the prize.
Oh, how good would that have been?
Yeah. But Paulie wanted it cocky so bad. He was like, oh, I want it so bad. And he kept saying it throughout the challenge. And everyone was like, we know.
That sounds nothing like Paulie. It's just this Sydney gay
he's very Sydney gay.
Very Sydney gay. He's the one who will like throw a drink on you at prees, like right before the Uber gets here. Just to start Am I wrong?
Is there a story there?
No, what do you mean? I feel like that's so accurate.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've all partied with Paulie.
Ugh, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, is he a friend of the pod? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm in Paulie's certified friend of the pod. But sure, read a bitch for Phil.
Love
you're
you,
not a Paulie stan?
I mean, no, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But again, I don't understand why he's just like... We haven't really seen it, but everyone is just like, he's such a snake. We hate him.
I was going to say, let me guess,
worst.
you're not into snake oil? You don't want to buy some of my snake oil?
No
like, come on, that's code for like, go away, faggot, right? Like...
With a hard T.
It's giving homophobia.
Is it?
Yeah. Me, Chili Philly and I were at the watch party.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is homophobia.
Everyone hates Paulie. Do you think they treat Miles the same? Oh, when Miles walked in like basic drag, Survivor drag in the latest episode.
Honey.
And everyone just burst out laughing. And I was like, I
no,
think he looks nice.
No.
And Paulie was like, gorge,
they weren't laughing,
gorge.
were they?
They were laughing.
Oh, really? I missed that.
JLP laughed. Yes.
I thought they were like, yes, honey.
Paulie was.
Boots.
And that's why Paulie was like, oh, gorgeous. You look gorgeous.
Miles
you know,
looked amazing.
Yeah. But no, everyone was everyone was laughing. I didn't love it.
Yeah, this crew, it's like, fuck off.
It's definitely not the best season so far.
You reckon? See, I'm enjoying it because I
am enjoying it.
I like
Every
the crazy
season's good.
characters, but I know what you mean. It's not like,
It's hard to judge.
They are losing their shit out there, and it's kind of funny.
None of them are like coming at me with as being great players.
Well, no, but see, I'm not a gamer girly. I'm not a gamer like Kaelan. I'm here for the camp.
Yeah. We're getting that in spades.
That's why I'm living for this season.
Yeah.
But if you're into the game and stuff, soz.
Into the game. Fucking Survivor. What do you mean? You need to be into the game at some point.
Really?
You have to. Really?
I mean,
it's
I like
a lot of hours of content.
I like the game, but I like the show more.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not. Yeah. If there were no cameras there, it would be so shit.
I don't think so. I like the game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like
this is why we're a good balance.
We are, yeah. You can tell me
what's actually happening in the show.
Yeah, and I'll be like, but that was the bit where AJ was being a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we get AJ being a gross snake, actually, and he starts his flirt train with Kate, and it's like he read, like Karen says, it's like some AI shit, but it's like he read a book about how to flirt with a girl, and he's like, we all thought you were a model.
And also interrupting her as well. Like, she's trying to speak and be like, stop. You have beautiful eyes. And then she immediately, recoils and crosses her arms.
She's, polite about it.
Yeah.
She's such a, nightlife girly. You can tell. She's,
yeah.
putting up with his bullshit because it's a game. But she's also, you can tell she's, dying on the inside.
It was so uncomfortable to watch.
Oh, you'd be, such a catch on the apps. Sorry?
And he really thinks that he's, doing something. I reckon he thinks that he's got the best social game out.
Well, it's kind of work. I mean, he's still there. But do you think he's there because people are like, this guy's not winning?
I think so. And I think I think a lot of people this season have just been like, we can get them later.
Yeah.
You know? Even Karen was thinking, all of a sudden Logan's a threat. We can get her later. AJ's so, he's not likable. He doesn't have a lot of people. We can get him later.
Yeah. Well, it worked as well. He got invited to the fucking cocktail party along with Paulie. And some girlies.
Mm-hmm. Well, girls and gays.
It was girls and gays.
AJ.
It was cute. Over at the losers of said challenge, Logan wants to take control of the game. She's had it.
She's had it officially.
And she's like, we need to get AJ out of here right now. And I'm like, yes!
First of many times she will be saying that.
Yes. To no avail, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. And this is where I'm just like, okay, you clearly have such a clear goal, and yet you still have not pulled it off. Yeah. So that to me, I'm like, not the best game. No. Because it's a game.
All right, for this one time, I'll pretend it's a game.
Great.
Laura confronts Zara about her scroll snatching ways. What did you think about scroll snatch gate?
Scroll snatch gate. I mean, I feel like they should both be pissed at the other. Laura's like, it was my scroll. I wanted to do it and fuck you over, Zara. And then Zara's like, well, I wanted to do it and fuck you over. They're both just looking out for each other and fucking the other one over. So Zara just won out.
Zara is so turbo Karen.
Fuck.
Vice president of the PTA. Yeah, we can tell. Whoa.
Imagine her.
I'm scared of her.
Yeah. If you get her coffee order wrong.
She makes Kaelan from last season look like the loveliest bitch ever.
Zara is quite frightening. But I sometimes really love that, where she's just like with the scroll gate, I feel like anyone else, like a Dolores, for example, another housewife, would just sit by and just whatever, where Zara's like, fuck this bitch, and just ended her.
How good was when Dolores was like, those traitors better watch out. And it was like,
for what?
Sorry? Amazing. Yeah. Logan's like, classic Zara, being an entitled Karen, let's get her out. Mm-hmm. So she adds her to the hit list, and I'm like, Logan's hit list and my hit list are looking very similar. Yeah.
Agreed.
They call the merged tribe Malosi because PD was just hanging out with some guy
Mm-hmm.
that was like taught him some like
And he
tribal
asked,
wisdom.
Hey, what's the word
Fuck
for
off.
strength and unity? I'm like, honestly, he could have just made the entire thing up and no one would question it.
Well, yeah, I think he did. I think they should just be honest and be like, the producers have provided a list of options
Yeah.
for the name.
Pre-approved names.
Of pre-approved names. One
Yeah.
of them is Malosi.
Uh-huh. It means nothing.
Yeah.
It's
It
made up
means
sounds.
stupid white people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the best name.
No,
Who cares?
whatever.
I never really care about
I
the
don't
merge
care about the
names.
merch name.
Unless it's really bad, then I care. If it's just like, whatever, then I
Yeah,
forget about
like
it.
when it was Fire.
Oh.
Good.
Or in America,
Merca takes
Yeah.
the cake for being like actually offensive.
What was the really terrible one that it was Nina, Sandra's daughter, that came up with?
On
I can't
Aussie Survivor.
remember. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
never played American Survivor, has she?
No, anyway, that was I remember. I can't remember it.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking that was the worst name I've ever
Because that was
heard.
Blood versus Water. So didn't they call the merge tribe Fire?
No, I think it was the second one. That
Oh,
was
she
in.
played, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, whatevs. Paulie gets the Chatty Cathy edit talking
mhm.
to Jesse.
Love
What
that.
was this? He was like, yeah, so like I'm here playing the game, like, and then they would just like make it look like he was being really
Cheering up.
annoying.
I think they need to show why Paulie has 0 allies, and that
Yeah.
becomes clearly an important storyline of just like
Yep.
no one fucking likes Paulie, no one wants to work with him.
Yeah.
So this is an example of that,
Mm.
and like I believe it. I would
Yeah.
also tune out. Sorry, I know I don't like being mean to the players that actually
That's
like,
alright.
listen and watch.
No, it's cool. You do
Anyway.
you.
Love you,
Paulie and Miles meet for the first time, and it's like a little bit cute.
Meeting of the minds. Slash bottoms.
This is where we get the best line, not just of this episode, but possibly of Australian Survivor ever.
And media history.
Like I
can't believe they aired it.
cannot believe they aired this. I felt I was like, they put this in the show for me
Yes.
to podcast about.
That is it.
It was, yeah, I'm in the bottom of the tribe, but put me in the bottom and I flourish. And then what does Miles say? Something
I
along
want to
the
get it so right. I want to get the exact wording
He's-
right. It's so important.
He says, yeah, put you in the bottom of a lot of situations and I'll bet you flourish. Like, come on.
So good.
Like Emmy when?
Oh, literally. Logie.
Logan, yeah. We'll start. We'll start at the Logies.
Start there.
It was so good. I died and
And then they're posting on socials like Power Bottom Alliance. I was like, fuck, man.
that
good.
wasn't like 10 approved.
No.
The 10 weren't making like, the little memes they try and make.
Do you think the like editor or the producers like knew kind of like everything that meant? Because they were like, obviously the Miles saving Paulie is important.
I
They
think
need
they
that.
were setting up a bit of a queer alliance thing between those two. Because yes, it does actually happen later
Yeah.
on. So I think it was important context,
Yeah.
but it was also fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but like, do you think that line went over a lot of viewers' heads?
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How funny.
But nah, the gay intern
I
got
can't
paid
tell you,
double that
like,
week.
My reaction at home, like it was like clutching my pearls.
Oh.
I was like, this is just, there are children watching. I'm going to write a letter. Disgruntled from Collingwood.
I know, especially in these fucking times. Jesus Christ. There will be bloody Zara will be writing in.
Oh,
The
she was not happy
PTA
about it.
PTA are concerned
Mm-hmm.
that you are trying to start a gender war against our children, forcing
One
them
power
all to be
bottom at a
cats.
time. Forcing them to be
Fucking hell.
I know.
Yeah, I died. The bottom shaming, so good. And this is where Miles
good.
to me is like, yeah, becoming a superstar.
I agree.
Yeah. Then we get the immunity challenge, and it's all about Pilates wine mum. Logan,
Yes.
so good.
I always think the individual challenges, those kind of endurance balance ones.
Yeah.
I'm always like, okay, where are the yoga mums? Like they're gonna nail this, and
I like that. Yeah, when Logan wins, she's like, Pilates wine mum, clocking in for duty. They're all very good at self-branding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the jungle rat.
Yeah, and the jungle rats become the bloody jungle king or whatever. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I
there's-
think that's his
It's
merch
like a whole
line.
evolution. Yeah.
Is Logan gonna have merch that says Pilates Wine Mum.
She fucking better.
She can have that one for free.
Yeah. What would it be?
I'll
Just
cash
a
my
little
check.
top.
A little top
Little
with
Pilates Wine Mum
and
top.
you got a little like glass of wine. Oh, Logan, you're welcome.
So cute.
Mm.
Back at camp, the Pilates Wine Mum is double protected. She's double bagged.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I've got my ugly. When she found the idol, and she's like, it's so ugly.
I know, it's so good.
I love they kept that in too.
Yeah.
She's like shading the prop department.
No, that would have spent so long.
I know, like gluing those like glass pieces on.
Yeah, design a little like rat skull or whatever.
Yeah, it's very like art glass.
It's cute that you need it that size though.
It'd be hard to keep that hidden. It's still pretty big.
It is big, isn't it? I guess sometimes the American ones, they're like now they're
It's
tiny.
beads.
Yeah, just
That
fully
show is
tiny
just
alien
a
beads,
sinking
yeah.
ship. Like,
I haven't.
are you
yet.
watching 48?
Are we on 49?
We're on. No, we're on 48.
Oh,
I
okay.
know.
I haven't-
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Are you holding out for 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
And I will watch, but I'm just like, I can't watch Survivor 4 nights a week. Like,
oh, fuck no.
I have a job.
Yeah. I have a lot.
Yeah.
Jesse thinks Logan might be on the Zara train.
I literally forgot Jesse existed.
Yeah,
until
same.
You just said his name right then.
I mean, at this, before he was a known entity and he was just a visual, I was like, yeah. Like,
He's your time. Yeah.
well, I like a kind of, yeah, he's like a skater dad. I was like, that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
But then he started
tats.
speaking and I was like, oh no.
No, he
Ruined
never
it.
once.
Appealed to you.
No.
Anyway.
Well.
Yeah, fair.
I get. Yeah, his tats and I can see your appeal, but no, I just like he was like making this bro alliance. I'm like,
Oh,
this is the
yeah. Well, no, all of
not
that. No,
for
gross.
me.
I mean, like way before that.
Right.
Like when he stepped up.
Like
Well, 'cause-
pre-season before before the game. Yeah.
Well, because they went a different route with the hotties this season, didn't they?
Same.
Well,
one.
normally it's like a fucking the meat tray,
That's true.
as
yes.
Ben Law says.
Well, there's Kaelan,
Fuck me.
who hasn't had a mention in this podcast yet, nor in the show.
Do you think Kaelan is actually really smart and with it, and he's playing like a dumb sexy baby
So
to get to the end, or do you think he is just a dumb sexy baby?
I think a bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly smart.
Yeah, he flies drones around.
He
Tactica.
flies drones, yeah. But I do think his personality is naturally just very like golden retriever.
Yeah.
But I think he's probably playing a good game that he feels is active. But every time anything that's interesting that's happening in the show and needs someone to explain it, there's always people that are more interesting to explain it.
True.
Like if he's in an alliance with AJ and Miles, who are they going to get in the interview?
I reckon there's hours of confessional footage of him going, oh, today I caught a fish. Yeah, pretty happy.
I'd love to watch that.
Yeah,
That'd
me
be so
too.
cute.
Yeah, give us some
He's
more Kaelan content.
So hot.
He's insanely hot.
It's actually
fucked.
Yeah.
And because he doesn't think he is. So that makes him even hotter.
Stop.
And he
Where does he live? What state?
no idea. He found some speedos this week. Did you notice?
Yes. Oh,
I
did
reckon-
notice?
I
Yes,
reckon-
I did.
I reckon production were like, lose the board shorts, buddy.
Yes.
And they gave him...
It's a very straight speedo.
Well, because it's not a little thong. It's not like your speedo collection with a little diamantes on it,
Zebra
doll.
stripe. No, the fit was just giving
Yeah,
dad, you know.
It was giving dad. I was very closely keeping an eye on the fit.
Yes. Me too.
The contents seem decent.
Yeah.
It's
I hope
the
we get
butt.
more.
It's that booty.
It's literally everything. It's the broad shoulder. No, well, we don't need to go on. The viewers and listeners know what we're talking.
They've had
about.
it every episode from
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But yeah, I think he could be. I would love it if like final tribal, he's there and he's like, actually, everyone, I've been playing you this whole time, and I'm like really fun and sassy.
Surely by now we would have like. So imagine if he just changed his voice
He's like,
entirely.
hey.
Yeah, he's actually American.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Surely we would have had something by now that explains that. I think.
Yeah, he's not getting much airtime, but that's fine as long as we just see him being
I'm
hot.
happy with that.
Seeing him being hot in the BG, I'm comfortable.
Honestly, if he won the game, I think we'd be getting so much more content from him because
He can't win.
No,
He's not getting win edit at
he's
all.
He's not getting an edit. He is, but he's in a great position.
Yeah.
No, no one has mentioned his name as a threat. Everyone wants to work with him.
Well, I reckon now he's winning challenges, so she better watch out.
You think that he's won 2 immunity challenges
in a row?
Not a whisper of his name.
I reckon next week they'll be like, ooh.
Maybe. But there's so many more threats.
True.
Logan's going to explode.
You're right.
AJ and Mars
because he's
still
just kind of cute and nice, and he's not like a terrorist like AJ.
I give it a few, a few more vote outs, and then people will look to him because who can beat him at the end? But
true.
Anyway, we love Kaelan. Love to look at him.
Yep. Love your work.
Love your work. Keep it up.
Jesse speaks to Logan and Paulie.
Oh, Jesse again.
They're so in on the Zara vote. This is when I was like, ooh, we're getting it. We're going to happen. Logan's got other ideas, though. I love Logan's just like, whatever everyone's doing. She's like, no, I want to do this.
That's some great persuasion skills there.
One of her ideas, though, is Jessie. She's like, it won't ruffle anyone's feathers.
Literally.
If we send home Jessie. And I'm like, true.
Well, yes. Last week when they merged, I was like, okay, literally, how is it anyone but Jessie? It'd be Jesse or PD because no one is aligned with them, and PD's just broken his arm or whatever, so they might feel sorry for him, and he seems to be slightly more likable.
So that was weird how they're just like they're like, you might have to sit out of some challenges, every single challenge. They're like, and PD's sitting out. What?
Fucking waste of space. Which is why when he went home,
well, that's why I was like,
good.
thank you. If only we didn't have to waste all these advantages and things just to get him out. But sure.
No.
There's so DJ Kate. How do you feel about DJ Kate?
Love.
So hot.
Obviously. Yeah, beautiful eyes.
You got really beautiful. You would be a real catch on an app, a 10.
You should be a model.
Yeah, you should model. Has anyone ever told you that? Shut up.
I'm actually
full body icking. Yeah. She is down with Morgan. Morgan's also not present, but I think that's just because she's kind of boring.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with Kaelan, where it's okay, there's a storyline that needs to be told.
Yeah.
The Morgan and Kate either makes it further or is just more dynamic in interviews. So every time the Morgan or Kate thing happens, they just go to Kate.
Yeah.
Where is Kate from? Melbourne? Can we party with her?
I don't know, but let's do it. She's giving me Gold Coast girl energy in that top.
Oh. I'll go to Gold Coast. No, she can come to Melbourne.
I don't know where she's from, but she's from Party Island.
Yes, I would love. Yeah, I think she'd be really fun.
Yeah. But there's a Mega Girls Alliance forming, which I was like, okay, tell me more about this.
Yes.
So it's because there's been a few Girls Alliances on this season.
Yes.
Where the Coven,
who
didn't last very long.
The Coven lasted, not even a single vote.
Yeah. And then we had Girls Gone Wild.
Oh, God, I forgot. That's not a great name.
I loved it. I was at home going, woo, better than the Hunks.
That's true. Okay, what's got me cringing this week?
Yeah.
Not every alliance needs a name.
Yeah,
this is the thing.
So at the viewing, I put it to the cast. I was like, clearly 10 and its producers were like, all right, guys, we're doing names. And they were like, nah.
Wow.
We just came up with them so you guys are just fucked.
I think it's part strategy thinking if we name the alliance, it makes it stronger. But then every single person is part of 4 named alliances.
Yeah.
it doesn't mean
well,
anything.
The Graduates was supposed to be a secret alliance.
Whatever. They're all secret and they're all
named. But then Miles is like, oh, so they're,
the Graduates back together.
Yeah. Anyway, DJ Kate is trying to strategize, but AJ is looking her in her beautiful eyes. This guy at Tribal though. Oh, actually, wait. On the way to Tribal. Sorry. Homophobia takes place on the way to Tribal. And Paulie gets assaulted by a witch.
The Anita Bryant pole fell on his face.
What the fuck?
It was such a jarring way to go into the ad break. Because he was slow-mo and
they captured it on that high speed.
Yes, you have to film in slow-mo. The cameraman was like, all right, this is
because they get the slow-mo shots of them walking to Tribal.
Yes, and then
now forever they have Is it a GIF yet? Surely. Someone make it a GIF and send it my way.
And then I was like, why did they show that? That's so weird. And then we cut to Tribal where he's got this big bandage on his head. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad they explained that with that horrific footage.
Do you think it's Laura's witchy powers this season? Like, do you think she injured everyone?
Okay, she has not been witchy enough. I swear to God, she lied to the casting producers saying that she's a witch to get on the show because we have not heard a single witchy thing since.
True, but we've seen a lot of
witchcraft,
dark shit go down. No, you're right.
She's the most level-headed of all of them. And you expect, when you're like, I'm a witch, you expect I was expecting her to be like the crazy, kooky, quirky one. Like the Kaelan, where everyone's just who is this weird person?
I thought she was going to be way more Byron Bay vibes. Like some crystals would appear at some point.
She's just some normal Melbourne, HR chick.
Yeah, she's just like a little bit into spirituality, which is like girl same.
Sure. Just every queer in Melbourne.
Yeah.
She's
got co-star.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a witch.
She whips out co-star at a party. No, we were all rooting for you, Laura, and then come 100%. On, we wanted more camp, which we wanted Charmed.
Yes,
stiff as a feather, light as sport.
I wonder if she actually do you think she watches Charmed and The Craft and everything?
You'd hope. Sabrina.
Yeah. Or what if she was like, no, those are really bad representation of witches
of the community.
Yeah, of the community.
Yeah,
representation matters.
Probably. Logan says she's after vengeance at this tribal. And then
yes, and it was vengeance against for my buddy Max. Like, what?
I was like, who? I'm so glad he went.
Yes,
he did.
Another bad player who made a really bad move and then immediately gets voted out.
Yeah, yeah,
love
great
it.
Work.
He was also behind Kaelan as really hot. I don't know. He's not
not
your
my
type.
thing. Yeah, I'm into a little.
Yeah, you need a bit more rough around the edges.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was cute, but
he was cute. I mean, obviously he had that stupid little bod, which was cute, but
stupid little bod, stupid little straight.
But
bod.
Didn't that personality ruin it for you?
It did. It was getting close.
It was.
I think if he lasted till merge, I would have been quite repulsed. But I think where he was voted out was probably just good. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So they get rid of Jesse, right?
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah. Nah, thrilled about it.
Yeah. So good.
And not on the jury. I mean, he didn't do we didn't see much from him. But, I was when he had Bro Alliance and he never gave me anything that I was like, oh yeah, great, I want to see more. So when he was voted out, very happy with it. Episode
14 was the buddy system, which this isn't new. I feel like this is like a known thing, right?
I think it's only because there have been no good working alliances. Group that involve more than two people.
I'm enjoying that though, because there's nothing worse than a majority alliance getting to merge and then just steamrolling to them. That's the worst.
That is boring. Yeah. That is really boring when there's no. But when I like when there's good group. I think early in the game when it's just one big tribe and no one is working together, it was just chaotic and messy and silly. And then now you see the ramifications of it, where all of a sudden someone says a name. And no one is out there trying to protect them. No one was saying Laura's name and then the very next vote.
Yeah.
Because it's only buddy system. There's no big alliances. No one gives a shit about anyone.
Yeah. They start this episode with more of the same slow-mo shot of Paulie's face, copping a big torch to the face.
Oh,
honey. Paulie's
It did look painful.
It did look... Well, if you had to have that...
It'd be quite heavy, yeah. And there was black shit that fell out of it, the gasoline, something or other. Yeah.
Fuck. 29 days in, Paulie's still on the bottom, where she flourishes, where she belongs.
She's flourishing. And she did indeed flourish.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
No lies detected.
Do you think he's going to have that bandage on for the rest of the season?
I think it's already off. I think in this episode it comes off.
No.
Oh, no, it's still on? Really?
It's still on because he had his... I remember... at Tribal, because I watched it 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He had
the buff, okay.
On his
because the continuity people would be like, fuck, now we can't use
we can't use all the
shots from you 2 weeks ago like they love to do.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they'll just use the audio.
Yeah, true. The little Frankenbites.
Oh, there was such a bad one in that latest step. Anyway, we'll get to that.
He knows he's next out. He's like, I'm on the bot. It's all happening. Zara and the girls are bitching around and they're like, how dumb's that little fag and his little bruised head? And I was like, excuse me?
They were going hard on him.
I know.
Yeah. And we got the, like, you know, him talking a lot to Jesse last episode, but I just don't think we've seen enough reason to hate for all of the Paulie hatred. He's just like a bad, he's like, when he tried to pitch them, like, yeah, this is a bad pitch. This is not how you play the game, but like, let's go easy, yeah?
And sorry, but snake oil salesman is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And it's like, clearly they wanted to say like he's a shit talker or something, and they weren't allowed to say that because it does look like he's good at like talking shit, which I'm sorry, like, is that not this game?
And also, like, if he's so bad at it, if he is a bad salesman, bad pitcher, like, who gives a fuck? All right, he's got zero power. Do you enjoy
no one's
his
listening.
Yeah,
so keep him around.
Keep him around if you like him.
Be like, oh, he's such a little snake oil salesman over there.
And then, like, as opposed to everyone else who all of a sudden you trust completely, what?
But they're fine with AJ just like being a sleaze.
Oh,
like, sorry,
you've got beautiful
these
eyes.
people
Sam.
are like, yeah. It's fucked.
Was that a good pitch?
That was good.
Yeah.
He's a lone wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is when AJ's like, let's all just dump on Paulie. And I was like, sorry. And they said it like so many
times. He's heard that. He's flourishing, Sam.
He's flourishing when he gets dumped on. They said it so many times. They're like, so we're all just going to dump on Paulie, yeah?
We're just dumping on him.
Tonight's the night, everyone.
All of our votes.
Get them ready.
Big votes. Get your pen out.
Squat over Paulie and dump on him. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Visceral stuff. The dump was real.
Yeah.
Kaelan tells AJ about Logan's idol. I was like, welcome to the show, Kaelan.
Yes. He actually made an impact.
Yeah.
And I love
Beyond.
how... I mean, why do you... So he must clearly be closely aligned with AJ and Miles. Because why would he show them that? And then they also had like a bit of a lads thing the following app.
Yeah, context is required. I want to know who Kaelan's kicking with.
Yes. Because when they did the buddy system and then they went through all the buddies, it was obviously they were making a point that like, oh, like, look at all these buddies, but then Paulie doesn't have a buddy. And I was like, you know, Kaelan was also not mentioned in all of that.
Yeah, true.
And no one gave a shit. No,
oh, no, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
I wrote them all down somewhere.
Yes, and Kaelan won't be on that list.
There you go.
And everyone just like, oh, that's fine. I was like, Paulie, you can go with Kaelan.
At the immunity challenge, they have to hold up a thing. And this is the one where Kaelan gets to show off his sexy back.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And I loved all I think it was like PD or someone was like, oh, look at the back on him. It's like the back of a horse.
Dump on him.
We should all dump on him. Yeah, dumb cutie. So he wins.
So good.
But Kristen,
get
it.
Does so well.
She did so well. I was rooting for her.
She's a fiery, isn't
she? Yeah,
she?
I think she's like it says aviation firefighter, so I'm assuming she like jumps out of helicopters and puts out fires, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, she probably doesn't jump out of...
She stays in the helicopter.
Yeah, I think
she dumps on fires.
She dumps the loads.
Yeah. Paulie's so devout. They cut to Paulie like before the break after he doesn't win this challenge, and he's like, wah,
it was so sad
wah.
because they like really, obviously, going into the challenge, they say, all right, who needs immunity the most? And they usually set up one or two people, and then we're watching them, and then Paulie just
dumped.
Yeah.
We thought he was going home, and like you would, right?
Yes. And he, for all intents and purposes, was.
Yeah, true. Logan wants Paulie gone.
And
she's made it known. I'm like, okay, what happened to AJ? But sure.
No.
She's been dying to make a move, and she's being Miss Bossy Boots around camp still.
But what move is this? Just like
she just wants to claim one. I think she's trying to resume build.
But like, what? There's no move when it's just like, hey guys, I want AJ out.
Yeah, true.
That's not a move. That's just you voting, and then everyone else also agreeing with you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no real skill in that. And she obviously wasn't doing it well because she has yet to get out.
She just wants to get away.
Target.
Yeah. I think in her mind, maybe in her outside life, when she,
want something,
it happens. Or like in her group, like she's the alpha.
Yes.
And so she's not used to being in a group of people where they're like, oh no, we're just gonna give you the name, babe.
Yeah. Or no, we're actually not just gonna do everything you say.
Yeah, but I mean, it's making for some great telly.
I love it.
Her being frustrated about it.
She gives the best confessionals.
Oh, they're
without a doubt.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Shading production and the idol being ugly.
Thank God.
So good.
Thank God for Logan this season.
She looked stunning on Monday night.
Very sunburnt on Tuesday night though. And by Tuesday night I mean 20 minutes ago on my phone.
Oh yeah.
Did
she get sunburnt?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Oh, it was very obvious tribal. They were all really sunburnt. Anyway, something I noticed. Consistency.
Gosh. Anyway, there's a lot of back and forth pre-tribal here, and Logan cracks it. She's sick of Laura.
She really did crack it.
Yeah.
And Laura like changes her plan just to like save herself from Logan's wrath.
Yeah, it's wild. Laura relays everything to Miles, which is amazing. Miles actually did some good like game playing here. You got to give him credit because he has been a bit loose-lipped, but he actually did some like good placating here, I thought, because he was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the thing, thank you so much for including me in the plan, kind of thing. But meanwhile he's like, he
I'm gonna fuck it up.
I'm gonna fuck up this whole thing.
Yeah I think that's because he played the entire pre-merge just on the bottom with 0 power, and he was just like, you know what, none of these people are actually wanting to work with me. Fuck all y'all.
Exactly. And
if
he's
it
a
ruins
fan.
My games,
exactly. He's a fan. He's like, I've got to do this now because like I've got this thing. And yeah. There's a lot of talk about paranoia at camp, and everyone's like,
because they're like, this should be an easy vote, yet there's 50 million questions. Someone said it well, where it's just like, you'll have a conversation like, okay, you've got the plan, just checking in. Okay, cool. And then someone else will go, okay, you got the plan, just checking in. But then you're like, wait, why are there 20 other conversations happening? And I'm like, you're all having the same conversation of just, so poorly? Okay, good. And everyone's just so paranoid that they keep talking. Yeah. And then the plan just goes to shit.
I love Sarah's like, oh God, there's a lot of different conversations happening. And I was like, yeah, bitch.
Indeed.
Welcome to the show.
Survivor.
And then Karen's like to PD, she's like, yeah, look, you might get like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 votes, but like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Which yeah.
I mean, he seemed okay with it.
He was a bit worried, but yeah. He should have been way more worried than he was.
Well, he should have been like, why am I getting any votes? Who said my name first? Where there's like 12
I'd be like,
people
who
here.
the fuck told you?
Literally.
And also, you're injured. Like how does he not realize he's a soft target? I don't know.
Well, I also think like he could be, go under the radar because he's never winning any immunity challenges.
True.
And any threat that he might have had is like, there's the physical manifestation of his lack of threat.
I know they could have been building like a 1-arm challenge in the.
Maybe. we're having 1 arm in a sling is a real advantage.
Yeah.
That's true. You never know. Or just a leg advantage where it's like.
It's just like a endurance challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Leg press for 45 minutes.
Because it really did seem like he just could not participate in any of them.
No, and I actually, now that maybe we'll watch the rest of the challenges thinking like, could PD have done this?
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I think the answer will be no.
Like, nah, couldn't do it.
Not a single one.
At Tribal, we get Miles's big move. Yeah. So good. So he uses his scroll to flush Kristen's idol.
Yes.
He pinches Kristen's idol.
Yes.
Saving Paulie.
Yes.
And what does he call Paulie? He's like, this sexy little snake over here.
Yes.
So good. And takes out Hot Dad PD with 3 votes.
See ya.
So good.
I know, so good. I was so glad that he actually got rid of PD. Whether I think it's a good move for Miles or not, like, thrilled as a viewer.
Yeah.
Like, saves Logan. Logan still has her idol, which saved her this ep.
And I liked it because in my mind I was like, why wouldn't you take Logan's? And then like that would have ruffled so many feathers.
And it was before the vote, so they would have just changed the vote completely.
True,
like, oh my god, they're going to come after us. That's it. Okay, everyone dump on PD. Or
it would have been even more chaotic. But I now realize, like in the next episode, Miles had plans with that anyway.
Just to split.
Just to kind of like tell everyone about it, which I think outing someone's hidden idol is like a good play.
Yeah. And I think also he was clearly motivated by wanting to save Paulie. Like make a big move, yes, but to also save Paulie. Yeah. Which I was like, I mean, Paulie's just he's so desperate, he'll just vote with whoever he wants to vote with or whoever will vote with him. But it does seem like this Power Bottom Alliance has really, risen out of this twist. So
here for the Power Bottom Alliance.
Yeah.
Episode 15 is called The Rat King.
I remember it well.
Watched it 5 minutes ago. Everyone's pissed at Miles. This was so funny, like it's starting and just everyone being so mad.
I mean, I would be... I was thinking, like, this is such a bad move because you've literally blindsided every single person. Even if they're like, you got rid of PD. No one gives a fuck about PD, obviously. But everyone gives a fuck about being blindsided.
Yeah.
And you've managed to do that to every single person in the game.
Yeah.
What's your plan, bruh?
Mainly Logan. She's very pressed. But that doesn't take much because she's like, not only did I not get my move, but this little bitch in here. This little pole dancing faggot took out Sling Arm. Yeah, it was great. AJ is living though. I think it's because he was jealous that someone made a big move.
100%.
He was getting hard. He was like, fuck, I could have done that.
Yeah, which is why when Laura said, like, did you know about it? And, like, I don't think AJ knew exactly what was going on. And AJ was like, oh, maybe.
He's like, and now he's all, like, sucking up to Miles. Like, oh, yeah.
You're amazing. You're the best.
Love your big moves, bro.
I think he's
got really nice eyes.
That might work on Miles, actually.
Yeah.
I could see him falling for that.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I've seen Miles post on Instagram with AJ, so I think that's
I think they're mates. Yeah, it's kind of cute.
So it clearly works out.
It's helping AJ's brand a lot. I'll say.
What?
Knowing
standing
that
next to a bisexual.
Yeah,
good street cred.
And just knowing that, much loved character of the game, Miles.
Yes,
will put up with AJ. Yeah,
that's true.
AJ tries to mend fences with Karen, and she's like, nah. Like,
it's not going to work.
Sorry. She's like, yeah, like, we should probably, like, move past that. And she's like, you are gross.
I think at the end of the day, people want to play with the people that they make them feel good.
Yeah.
They want to, if you're, like, stuck on an island in this, like, really intense situation, you want to be with people who are fun, or at least, like, that you like, or that you can work with. AJ is, like, none of those
Killing
things.
the vibe. We get this reward challenge. It's like a basketball type vibe thing, and it's for an American feast.
American feast.
Love this.
Milkshakes,
burgers, wings,
fried chicken.
They were losing it. I would lose it for this.
Yes, I would. Yes, the wings would be great. The milkshake, it'd be warm. I don't know.
Milk in like an island setting.
You just shit your brains out.
Yeah. No, like
not for me.
Yeah, would you prefer?
And it wasn't even sponsored. It was such a weird reward.
I'm about to say another word. There was the IKEA one. How could we forget?
I love that IKEA has sponsored Survivor. I don't think they've ever come on as a sponsor before.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think IKEA do TV.
Isn't it normally like KFC?
KFC is a big one.
I think they're Dunzo though.
Perhaps.
Because they would have done that. They had wings and shit.
Yeah, you would think so.
Anyway.
No, I don't think IKEA's ever done TV, but now it's, what do they call the IKEA comfort?
It was a comfort pack.
Comfort pack.
Yeah, it was cute.
Brilliant.
See, it worked. We're still talking about it.
Make yourself at home with IKEA.
They should have given them some meatballs as well, though. Sweeten the deal.
True.
A little hot dog.
Yeah. Anyway, great. But yes, weird reward choice.
Weird reward. They're tethered together, and we get like Miles and Paulie being besties, and JLP like calls them out. He's like, "Oh, these faggots are tied together now." Does everyone see that?
Everyone dump a load.
Everyone get your dumps ready. The gays and their agenda are taking over.
And we love you, JLP, by the way.
Sorry?
We love JLP.
We love JLP.
Yeah.
But they end up taking it for their team, the blue team.
Yes, Paulie did really well.
Yeah.
Those mixed netballs on every Wednesday night, goal attack, has been obviously done him well.
Yeah, so good. At the reward, Miles outs Logan's idol to anyone who'll listen.
Ugh, yes.
Great. I was kind of here for it.
Yeah.
I just like watching Logan get really upset.
I don't understand. Like I guess his plan was just to tell everyone, but then, God, he was being very loose. Because what is your plan to blindside her with an idol. Because then
I think it's just to because it puts a target on her because everyone's like, oh, well, she didn't tell us that.
Yeah.
She's a sneaky little snake oil salesman.
And I guess if your plan is to get rid of Laura, that's fine because you can split. But then you need, if it was to get rid of Logan, then like she's going to get a whiff because you need every single person on the tribe to be with you, which ultimately they were.
Yeah.
But that's also a very hard task. Like you didn't need everyone.
True.
But he just literally announced it to everyone. So who cares?
Yeah, you'd maybe want to use it as currency a bit or something.
Exactly, a little bit discretion.
But yeah, true. But I guess after his move, he's like,
fuck it.
Everyone's gunning for him. So it's like, let's just fucking
it works. And that's why it's like, you would think Laura and Logan were kind of positioned well socially, but clearly not. And it just goes to show the state of the game where everyone is just buddies. And like, this could happen to anyone. Like, anyone that you think is safe, that is well liked, next week, the entire tribe could vote for them because no one has a single ally in this game.
Back at camp, Logan is so funny. She's like, yeah, Zara kind of wigs me out, man. And I was like, same.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
She's just really intense.
Yeah.
And she gets her school teacher voice on and she like tells people off and it's like, Zara, chill.
I want to speak to the manager.
Yeah.
She's got an expired coupon and she's going to use it.
It does rub some people the wrong way. But I don't think she knows that yet. Or,
well, I mean, her and Karen, like, are apparently their buddy, and I just don't
see those two. Yeah,
all.
Karen's like way too cool.
Well, I think Karen like even said in this episode, the only person, or maybe it was Zara said it to her, but one of them said, the only person here that I trust is you, I guess. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yes, your alliance makes no sense.
Yeah.
No one does.
Then we get the infamous immunity challenge, which is like water jail.
Oh, yes. We love this one.
This one's great.
Classic.
Yeah. Miles is being chatty Cathy even in water jail.
Oh, my God. Just like...
He's like, hey, everyone.
Yeah. And then
whoa.
Is it Kristen who's like, a wave comes and she's like, that shut you up.
Yeah, so good.
So good.
Yeah. And then he's like, I need this one. And Kristen's like, what makes you think that? She's being a real sassy mum.
Yeah, I'm really feeling her now.
I'm into her.
Yeah. She's coming into her own, I think, since Petey left. Like, she's...
Yeah.
Cause, and also, she's clearly played a very good game because despite being in the minority in every single place she's been in, she's been able to work with everyone. Like, she's never been the target and everyone wants to work with her.
I reckon she's mum around camp and that no one wants to... I reckon she's, like,
Zero
making the
vote
beds
finalist.
and... Yeah, she's a 0 vote finalist for sure.
It's always the mum who doesn't
Scrubs
do much.
the pots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
She'll have a fucking mental breakdown and she'll, I did everything for you kids. You didn't even give me one vote. Yeah.
Oh well.
Karen, it's between Karen and Kaelan at the end of water jail. And then Karen can't do it anymore. This is so hard. They do it over an hour. Which is crazy.
Cool. Well, Kate, I nearly said Dr. Kate.
Different.
DJ Kate. She was first out, but it was 45 minutes. That's ages to be like, then not even.
Oh, that was the first person?
Yeah, it said 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Because on some of these other ones, it look kind of easy.
Well, they usually start it where it's like going to be hard, and they're like, okay, it's only going to go for like half an hour or something. But I guess they all wanted them to reach the hour mark.
I'm so glad they've merged now, so no one's throwing them anymore. Did that drive you wild?
You are so lucky you did not have me on.
On a throwing.
I would have been
See, I was living.
I hate
the throwing. It. When JLP got so mad and was like, oh, come on, everyone.
It's literally... Oh, don't get me started.
All right.
I was so pissed. It's like, what's the point? Why are we here then? And then both tribes are throwing and they're just standing there and I was like,
so
fuck
good.
These guys.
So good.
Oh.
Karen pulls out and Kaelan wins. And I was like, watch out, girl. Double back-to-back wins.
People are going to start remembering your name, maybe.
In his little rashy vest. And this is when...
and the braids.
Yeah, the braids were cute. And JLP's like, oh, you're going to go back to camp and catch a big fish, are you, Kaelan? And he's like, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
He's so cute.
So cute.
Yeah, he just loves being out there.
Yeah.
I would love...
water rat.
I'm sure he's like thinking about... I would love behind the scenes confessionals of him actually talking about literally anything would be nice. Maybe that's the extra features that we see on 10 Play that I'm just not
Could be.
consuming.
It's just him. It's like fishing adventures with Kaelan.
I would
Probably,
love that.
yeah.
That would be so good.
Mm. And they find out that it's jury time, baby. And they're all like, woo.
Yay.
Means they'll at least get to get fucked up in the jury villa.
Yes. And you know, Paulie is clearly a fan and would have, like, the idea that, you know, he could have gone home, you know, last night, or now he's now made the jury. Like,
yeah.
When he says he owes Miles his life, like, he genuinely means it. And the two of them have, like, been have few to little or no allies throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
So I can see why they are actually falling in love with each other.
Yeah.
And going to work really well together. I see it.
I
Power
see
bottoms.
Bottom's going to power bottom to the end.
Mm-hmm. Bottoms on top.
With Kristen getting 0 votes. Is it going to be a top 3? Or do we not know?
Well, we don't know, but it's usually top 2 because they have to, like, stretch the episodes out.
True, because
So
it's a
otherwise
1,000 episodes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they have to have a non-elimination episode again if they make it a
yeah.
3. So.
And all these people got injured and shit this year, so there's that. Post-challenge, Miles is now king of the rats.
Woo!
His rats, like AJ and Karen? I couldn't tell who they were talking about.
Kaelan?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very unclear.
Logan wants AJ out again.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristen
You better do
does
what
too.
she says.
Yeah. You don't want her out.
Mm-hmm.
AJ throws some chaos into the mix as per usual.
Mm.
But then Laura's like, hang on, everything's kind of seeming too easy, which I'm like,
witchy senses.
her witchy senses kicked in.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
No. And she could say, but then what did she do? She, like, took Miles aside. She's like, I'll be able to tell if he's lying or not, and then just fully doesn't.
Yeah, because then this is the thing. He lies to her.
Yeah.
He's getting good at this. Keeps her out of the plan, which is to take out Logan or Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Split. Logan says she's got her ugly little weapon in her pocket, so she can use that, but she probably doesn't need to.
I do trust, like, that Laura and Logan had no idea going into
I
tribal.
agree. Yeah. I think we're getting to the pointy end now, and they're like, all right, let's actually lie to people's faces.
I mean, there's a lot of votes to go.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of votes to go, and it's people are playing
and there's
hard.
not been many blindsides, really, because there's been a lot of, like last week with PD, they'll go, look, you're going to get some votes. Like, people are the people that are getting votes are expecting them, which shows, I think, that this group actually, like, genuinely kind of get on a bit.
Yes.
They, like, have enough respect for each other to do that.
Yes.
But now that's going to change for sure.
Well, with Logan now.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's la time, which is fun. Karen gets a lovely confessional where she's like, I'm in the middle of all 3 targets and I pretty much get to pick who's going home tonight. She's like, it's AJ, Laura or Logan, and I'm going to pick. And I was like, okay.
This was the Frankenbite that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It was so bad because, oh my God, the one note I took was about this bloody confessional. What did she say? She was like,
girl.
Why don't we flush Logan's idol and send AJ home?
And send AJ home.
It was so clearly her plan was what happened, which was let's flush Logan's idol and get Laura out. But they needed to create a third plot. Yeah. And so they just fully made that up of just AJ. Yeah. Because if she wanted AJ out, which is what she said in the confessional, allegedly. AJ. Then she would have voted him and he would have gone. But that didn't happen. So why would she? The
AJ thing, I was like, okay, just because Logan wants that. Yeah.
No,
she's going to get it.
It was fully made up. So she was always to get Laura out. And that actually makes sense. I think that's a good move. Laura is clearly a big threat, right?
Also, there's just no heat on Paulie anymore. Love that for him.
Because he's not a threat.
But it's like, great.
I know.
I'm so glad. If we had to do another episode of fucking snake oil salesman chat, I would have lost my mind.
It just makes no sense. Like, I'm done. Like, Paulie is not a threat. Who gives a shit? He's fun to be around.
Exactly.
Just let him be.
He's a good time girl.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah. Just don't go to pre-drinks with him.
Because you'll get a drink thrown on you, allegedly. Miles stuns in skimpy tribal look, which
He
in my
does
version of it,
Yeah.
it was just everyone was like, yes,
Yeah,
gaga. But
no.
apparently they were being like a bit shit.
Well, I guess maybe I need to rewatch, but yeah, the lens through
No,
which
you-
I was viewing
yeah,
was one
JLP
of
going, oh, I've been to a
humiliation.
bucks party before.
Yeah. It was like laughing somewhat at you, and I think maybe if Miles was leaning into that, it's
Yeah.
fine. But I don't know, it came off a little bit icky. I didn't love it.
Yeah, neither. We need some safety checks
Yes.
on set.
Is Miles a friend of the pod?
Sure.
Okay, great. When's Miles coming on?
Next week. No,
Oh, imagine.
I wish.
No, those NDAs.
Yeah,
Most
no,
boring
you don't want to
podcast
get them on
ever.
because they can't say anything anyway.
No,
It's like
yeah.
not fun.
All right, we'll see you in a year.
Karen tells Logan to play the idol, and I loved this so much.
Yes.
This editing was stunning. It was like the White Lotus music. It was like, oh,
It was so good. It was such a good edited Tribal Council. The music, the suspense,
so good.
the like how the music would fade out as like it would,
And
it
they would
dip.
muffle voices because like
Yes.
people would JLP would be like, so
Blah, blah, blah,
tell
blah,
me about tribal lines, and they'd be like, well, JLP, and then it would be like, and zoom in on like Logan's face, and,
As
like,
she's,
Karen's
like,
face.
hearing the whispers.
It
of
was
Karen. Oh,
So good.
it was so well done. Editor on that episode.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hot.
Great job.
Karen is like tribal chaos
Yes.
dream.
Yeah. I loved this move.
Really good.
Yeah.
Get those idols out of there. Like
Yes.
as soon as you know about one, get it out.
And that's when you're meant to do it. Like if she had told Logan before Tribal to play it,
True.
it would have given her time to scramble, to
True.
think, to change her vote. You do it right before, you freak her the fuck out, and then all of a sudden, okay, she just plays her idol.
Yeah,
Done. Laura goes home.
Zara says the buddy system is over.
OVAH.
Exactly. And then they vote, and Logan plays the idol.
Slay.
She's like, I feel a bit unsafe. I'm like, well, no, you actually would like.
Someone literally told you to play
told
it.
you.
I don't know. There's just my intuition. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean Karen telling you to play it?
Sending a very surprised Laura to the jury villa as the mayor of jury villa.
I was gagged.
Me too.
I really thought we were going to get Laura for a long time
Yeah.
in this. I thought she was like going to be robbed goddess at Final Four.
Yeah,
like a really
same.
Good...
I didn't think she was going to win, but I thought she was definitely going to, the
Yes.
last few outs.
She would have had a tough road to win because she was clearly such a threat amongst these people.
Yeah.
But she was, I thought, a really good player.
Yeah,
It
she was
I
doing
so,
good.
Yeah, I was so sad. She was the most level-headed, the
Yeah.
most strategic. I think it was just, the fact that before the swap, clearly no alliances, big group alliances have been made. So then as soon as someone mentions her name, no one's there to protect her. No one gives a shit.
Except for
about
when Jesse
anyone.
was like, let's make a mega alliance with like 20 people.
How long will that last?
Dude.
15 minutes?
Oh, so what are your hopes and predictions for the rest of the season?
I hope the Power Bottom Alliance sticks
Yeah.
around for a long time.
Me too.
And I have a feeling it will. Like,
Yeah.
both of them are very active on social media. And usually the
The
people...
merch is
Yes.
merching.
The people who...
All these socials is just him and different budgie smugglers though.
Yeah, I would too.
Same.
Yes, so I hope the Power Bottom Alliance sticks around. I hope Logan sticks around. I fear for her, though. She
Yeah.
has no idol. If they do kind of keep going around buddies, then maybe AJ is next to go.
True.
Or a Zara.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I can't stand AJ, I'm loving what his disruption is bringing to the show.
Agreed.
So
Good
I
chaos.
wouldn't mind him lasting a little bit longer to just keep that chaos going.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Logan to stick around because
Yes.
I'm just living for Logan and her like persistence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who do you want to go next? Wait, predictions. Who's going next?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. Maybe it is Logan.
Either Logan or if they do rotate for another buddy, Karen. or
Maybe Zara. I actually think
Yeah.
Zara because there's a lot of people that don't like Zara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'd be an easy next out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, thanks, Michael.
Thanks for having me.
So much fun.
I'll see you next time. Predictions for the next time I'm on. What's this gay sex scandal that's going to happen on the next season of Survivor. Because every time I come on, it's always the gayest episode.
True. Oh, yeah. So next time you come on, I reckon there's going to be full penetration. Yeah.
From JLP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time when this comes true.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye, doll.